A lot of these rappers, they talking, they rapping. I don't believe them. I'd be like, he not doing that. So I don't believe it. But when I believe the person, it hits different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I believe him.
Yeah, I feel like for the longest time, rap has, I don't know how many rappers are actually really real.
Probably.
Because I mean, like, I feel like there was an era before the more current era that was maybe a little more real, like Biggie, Tupac era, but I don't even know. I wasn't old enough to really understand then.
Want to know something I figured out? The key to it was stay out of jail. That's it. I just had to stay out of jail, and now it's been falling in place for me. And probably I would say, man, maybe 2-3%, 4%, 5% of the rappers are like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what my opinion. I would say, like, a lot of them I met, like, they're cool, they're the homies, but they ain't on the 4 yards. They ain't broke like that, poor like that, respected in the hood like that. Their homies respect them like that. Like,
it's interesting though how like it seems like the rap game in
breed
is tailored or is like is suited towards that sort of lifestyle, but not many of them really live that real lifestyle. And then there's people like you too, both of you guys, who actually, I mean, I don't really know too much about your past, but I know you really did live that life. Like, you went to prison, you spent that time. I guess the question to that is, why do you think people gang mentality when it's ultimately kind of a bad thing? I mean, I think you guys could both attest to that. That, like, obviously it's not the best thing in the world, right?
Yeah, I think it ain't really about, like, that's one side of it, the violence and, you know, the bang and all that extra stuff. But I think it's more the love that niggas get, that they show each other, the bond, you know what I'm saying, that you don't get from, you know what I'm saying, the extent that motherfuckers will go through for you, like, really will kill for you, you know what I'm saying, and give you their last, the shirt off their back. That's love, like, you don't even get from your brothers and shit, like, you know what I'm saying.
I see.
Like, your and whatever, they won't go through that extent.
It keeps you going. Like, that's what I always say. I always say some of the bondhood and brotherships that I have with some of my homies from my neighborhood, or friendships that I made with people in there, is priceless. You can't pay for that. It's like, it's like that, you know.
But why do you think like listeners, like viewers, right? Why do you think they're so infatuated by that? Infatuated by it? Because obviously, if those mainstream artists who are not really about it are singing about it like they're about it, or relating to other people who are about it and like making themselves close to it so that they look a certain way or appear a certain way to the audience, like, because they're willingly doing that in the music. Why do you think people are so enamored by it?
Because it's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know, because they can relate to it. Because everybody has somebody that's incarcerated. Everybody has somebody that's been in that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of motherfuckers want to do it, but they don't got the to do it. But when it's really time to, you know, get active, it's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? I done seen the hardest freeze up in the riot. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hardest motherfuckers, you'll never think, like, this nigga's gonna go first. But the hardest motherfucker check in or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, you know, you got somebody harder than you, I don't give a fuck how hard you is.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there that's harder than you. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna call your bluff, and the test always gonna come. You know what I'm saying? If you live in this lifestyle, you finna get tried. On God in heaven.
So do you think though the audience is because it's just because it's different and they're like interested in it?
Yeah.
They glamorize the nosy. They want to see. I don't know what the.
It's just
that's a good question.
It's just interesting how it is glamorized, and like it's also
why are people so into it?
Yeah, and like how mainstream artists like kind of rap like they're about it, but they're really not. Right? Like, what's the point of that? Just to seem like you have relationship to it?
To look hard?
I mean, they idolize that shit.
Everybody wants to be.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing though?
It happens. It's not a good thing. I say it's just a product of my environment. It happens. That's just the way it is. It's a beautiful struggle for me. It happened, and I overcame that, and I'm telling my story. You know what I'm saying?